What we're going to do is, Cousin spent and we compiled a list of questions. So what I want to do is just ask a question and someone can get it started within this group. All right, first question. Now, I don't know who wrote this. There's no names. What happened to my inheritance?
Being of sound mind and body, I spent it all.
All right, next question. When was the first family reunion and did a Bohannon ancestor ever serve in the Civil War?
In 1926,
You remember this?
I was there, I remember, out of Empire City, Oklahoma, between Duncan and Convention. We have a picture of it.
This is a picture of the Bohannon family reunion made in 1926 on a little farm close to Comanche, Oklahoma. This is William Cornelius Bohannon, his wife Eliza Jane Russell Bohannon, their oldest son, William Bohannon, his wife Josie, and Grady Bohannon, and Beulah Bohannon, Ellis Bohannon, Rosa Bohannon, Jesse Bohannon, and Ivy Bohannon, and his wife Robbie, and Billy Bob. This is Jesse's wife, Ruth Joplin Bohannon. Their oldest one, Florence. Next one's Hazel, and Luther, and Wilma, and Earl. This is Vivian Bohannon, the daughter of Willie and Josie. And this is Bertha Bohannon Wade, married Henry Wade. This is their oldest boy, Fred, their second boy, Homer, and their third boy, Sam.
And when was that taken?
1926, close to Comanche, Oklahoma.
On a family reunion.
Uh-huh.
Have family reunions been a tradition in this family?
Well, there was one before this that I remember. Must have been close to the beginning.
Do you know if we had any Civil War ancestors? I can answer that question.
Yes, William Cornelius is probably in the Civil War.
I heard Pop say there was a Russell. He was an old man during the Civil War, and when the troops were coming through, he hid in a hollow log.
How old were all the originals when you moved to the Darcy place? How long did you live there?
I was 30. I was 9. I wasn't born.
I was born there. I was born there. I was 6.
I was 3.
About 5.
I was 7.
How long were you there?
We made 7 crops. 1 crop a year. 7 crops. And we sold the last crop in the field. We didn't harvest that because the drought killed it all out anyway.
Getting together the onions, I remember them so.
That was the year before that. The year before that, we had the good price was being paid for onions. So we sent out onions, they could go, we could make money. But when they were ready to sell, you know, let them split. And that's as far as they got, except when somebody came to see us, we sent them home with a with onions.
Were there any bugs or unwanted guests in the tent within the cotton field of Oklahoma?
I don't remember any bugs, but the cats would come in.
That was the first place that I remember that they turned me. I was a little over 2. But I remember living in the tent, and there was a big safety pin that closed the door. And I went up to it and asked someone to open the safety pin and let me out. And I remember going out the door, but I don't remember anything else.
How did you ask your parents' permission to marry your spouse?
Didn't.
Didn't?
I didn't. I didn't know I was getting married to her.
You were saying that where you lived.
Is that one of the questions written back?
Yes.
I don't guess y'all had problems with that.
Us nine didn't know that that was still, still the thing to do. They didn't think that was like applied anymore.
We didn't have any goats to trade. Did moving around so much cause problems for you in school?
Yeah.
Well,
We moved from a tent into Childress, and we lived in Childress for about a month. My papa was looking for a farm for us to live on. It's when he found the Dorsey place. We moved out there in January of 1930. I was already 7 years old.
Moving didn't bother me. Of course, we were pastoring at the time when I grew up, but they felt called to either plant churches or help establish churches. The only time it bothered me was in high school. I believe I made in high school it did bother me. But
what was something you did as a teen that your parents would not approve of?
We don't want to tell that.
That'll take 3 or 4 days, so you better skip. Hey,
Next question there, Earl.
maybe
I
tell
got-
what Brady did. I'll tell you what Brady did.
Next question. On to the next question.
Brady made the mistake of asking a girl out to the movies that was the sister of my best friend. I was 11 and he was about 18, or I was 10 and he was 17. So next morning I promptly told the folks where Brady had been the night before. But I never knew what happened.
I think she went to the movie too.
I didn't.
That question came from the other set. We're looking for an elephant.
All of them did. Yeah.
no, nothing else that you want to talk about back there?
Well, that's something that will never be revealed.
No, I said they kept us pinned down so tight we couldn't do anything.
Kept us way out in the country when we couldn't go anywhere.
Oh, I can tell one on Aldine.
It's always the youngest. It's always little sisters.
I think I heard Papa tell it. In church, some guy liked her in the church, and he set his arm around her back. And after the service, Papa said, "I don't want you to do that." Well, I can't help it, Aldine said. Well, he said, "I'll take care of it if you can't."
Papa was leading the singing when he saw it.
But he would call me down from the pulpit and tell me to move if I talked in church.
Seemed like I remember that.
Who was the one that got things started?
Sure.
What you mean?
What thing you talking about?
Things.
It was
Kind of sound like Earl.
always Joe.
Oh.
He said, "Oh, because I know it's him."
And he picked on Earl constantly.
Well, Earl picked on me.
Really good.
Mother had to put him outside in the rain one time. They got so bad. I think it was just sprinkling, but Joe tells it like it's a downpour.
All the time I ever picked on Earl was when he sat outside the house, he rubbing the cat, and the garden hose laying right beside her, and I stayed in his pocket and ran around the corner and turned the water on.
You tell that, it didn't work.
Tell us about your transportation.
Our feet and legs.
Kilo Express.
Amazing,
Yeah, what time of year you talking?
out on the Dorsey place, we had this concrete, and it was hard to start. So we'd park it up on the hill, and we wanted to start it, we'd push it downhill towards the windmill. As soon as we started, most of the time it didn't start. So we had to hitch the team onto it to pull it back up the hill, so we could push it down again.
They're talking about a team is. They don't know what a team is.
Mules, a pair of mules that we used on the farm. We used them to pull the car back up on the hill. And we got that old Buick the way Papa grew up, he ran wagons, buggies, they had iron wheels and tires. So he thought cars were the same way. They didn't have to have tires on them. So he wouldn't spend any money for tires. And they'd wear out, leak, and all that. So he'd have pieces of tires, shaped round. Put those in on the inside. I call that a boot. Put a boot in there to strengthen the tire. We couldn't hardly get out on the road without having a flat anywhere. Well, he wouldn't buy any tires. They wore out. We were going to church here at Oakland. Cold. I mean, it was cold night. Got in the car to get ready to come home. Noticed we had a flat tire. Wasn't anything unusual to have a flat tire. So we had to get out of the car in that cold. Put the jack under the wheel, jack it up, take the tire off, take the tube out of it, find the leak. It's dark. Had to go by feel. Put a patch on the tube, put it back in, punch it up, put it all back together, start off again. We didn't go half an hour, I guess. We got another flat. Same one. So he decided to just take the tire off and we could go on the rim. You don't have a tire on that wheel, you're right on the rim. So we fixed it that way and we started out again and got down the road a ways, and that rim got turned crossways on the wheel. So here we go again, jack it up, took that rim off. The wheel, there wasn't much to the wheel. So we let that wheel back down on the ground, but we'll get home. So we went the rest of the way on the wheel. And I tried to tell him. I guess I hollered more about that than anything else, because usually I was the one that had to pick all the flats. He wouldn't get any.
It seems like Luke has the best memory of all of us. But when he was growing up, he wanted to work on cars. He had his hands greasy.
You got to do it, didn't you?
So he did it. His hands were
Didn't care about carburetors either, because I remember walking beside the car and having a big carburetor. Something, I don't know where all the boys were, so I was up next. I had a big carburetor.
Was Earl the quietest of the family? Did he ever do anything bad?
Yeah, he used to hit me right here.
Right after our mom died, me and Grandma got there staying with us a little while. Earl climbed up on top of the chicken house. She hollered out at him and told him to get down, but he's not to climb up on the chicken house. I guess he thought she meant chicken house, so he got down and went and climbed up on top of the shack.
Well, he didn't say it. I'd like to go around the table and just give a favorite memory or an important event of your childhood. Start here with the oldest. An important event or favorite memory.
Well, I don't know. Whenever we go to town, I guess it's on Saturday. I guess on Saturdays, we go on the road. And the road had a hill on one side of the track, our track. Hazel and me always sometimes that was me wanted to ride on the high side, and then one time she out with her once and I said she said her time, but I told her, no, it's your time. I know my time, and so I got up there and got on that. I thought she thought she was on the right side, and I got down. And I got there, but I was up on hill, and she down leaning over there. She said, oh. That was it. I don't want to say it's playing much now, but anyway, I did got the words of it.
I'm next. We're not going in order of age.
Just go ahead.
Right before Will was born.
Well, I asked Grady if he minded me writing a story for the Reader's Digest. I asked him, was it last night, I guess, or this morning? He said if I pay it, if they accept it, but I may not pay. I said I'd buy a copy. But when I was 5 years old, when we were at Vider, then Grady would have been about 12. His teacher said they could bring younger brothers and sisters to the Christmas party. So Grady asked me to come. Well, of course, Charles and Grady and I had to walk to school, and there was a creek with a board. I was scared to death to walk on this board, but I made it, and there was a railroad track. But Aldine, some of you remember we almost hit by a train one time, so I was scared to death. There was a train coming, but Grady stayed with me. Charles went on ahead, and so we got to his class for the Christmas party, and all the girls in his class babied me. I wasn't used to being babied, even though I was the youngest. They put me on their lap, but I could tell they were just watching Grady all the time rather than me. They wanted his attention. They were treating me nice for Grady's sake, and I could tell that. But when they started passing out the Christmas gifts, I thought, well, I don't have one. I'm not in this class. But after a while, I heard my name called, and they put a little gift in my hand. And when I opened it, it was a woven red and white jump rope with wooden red handles. And so I was so excited. I realized later that Grady sneaked that gift in for me. So I was really impressed that he would do that for me.
I think the main thing I remember was at the Darcy place, and when our stepmother came along, she was the elder in the Nazarene church, and she got all of us started to Sunday school in church. We drove as far as 25 miles, I think, to Quantos, and got started in church. And I tell you, we just thought it was heaven almost, because we stayed home all those years, but every day in the week, and then we all got to go to church. We thought that was just great. And we were working in the week. I would think about the boys' clothes and shoes and all of our clothes and shoes and get us ready and wash the car windows. And I just thought that just going to church would just happen to be with other people.
When I graduated and could leave home. Now, I've always loved to travel, and I guess it started when I was a kid, because going to grandma's was my best memories.
I can't remember very many plays. But I guess that's the most exciting thing I did when I started school.
I want to talk about the trip we made from Vider to Denver City. No, from Denver City to Vider. Grady and
I remembered I was about 4 or 5.
Charles. Well, we loaded up. We had a, what was that, 41? 40. It was hanging high gear. You had to get out of gear before you stopped. It was hanging high, you couldn't get out. I raised the wheel up. We had a trailer, 2-wheel trailer, we load all of our whatever is on there. We got them old disc tires on it, old. And we went down to that lunch bank road before we left, and one of them blew out something at the station. So I jacked the trailer up, took it down the station, fixed it. I told him, I said, now look here, let's put these old disc wheels off this trailer on the front end of the car. No, we don't do that. We got out, Denver City the way the other blew out on those. So I talked to those to put those wheels up on the front. We didn't have no more trouble with the tires, did we?
I don't think we did.
Now we got us getting down to Houston or somewhere down there. If you got off on the wrong road, we had done hook the trailer and get
Almost run the river.
yeah.
He did a lot of traveling on covered wagons when he was growing up. And they slept that like that. And he enjoyed it. He thought that was great.
Yeah, blood.
Yeah. So now here with his move from Denver City to Vider, now he's going to be excited again. He's going to dig outside. So he didn't count on those 18 wheels coming right behind.
Plus big old Texas mosquitoes.
And we wasn't that far off the highway either.
No, it wasn't very far.
The ditch show.
Okay, one move we made, we had a setting hen that sat in the truck.
That's from Razor back to Odessa.
Okay, that setting hen sat on her eggs the whole trip in this open truck. Okay. That's
Oh,
it.
that was when another trailer wheel come off.
Trouble in wheels.
We hadn't gotten very far. The wheel come off that trailer. And this side road, Pop went into town, found a boy pickup. He'd out there and we loaded the trailer. And this guy's pickup. Turned the trailer over in the ditch.
Left it.
They tell me that, I don't know. But on that, and we had to take the old hen in inside the car. That was your mother's favorite hen. She named him Mr. Boggs because she'd got him from Mr. Boggs.
She's gonna have chickens. So
Only
we
had
have,
chicken. So we had to have that
we're
milk.
gonna eat those chickens.
She was a good mother.
We had some experience with chickens beforehand. We was moving out on the plains. Under the trailer, under the rudder of the trailer, there's space in there, so we lined that with tin, folded in, and we stuck our chickens in there. In that trailer. And we got way off out, it was nearly dark. Got way off out there in the country, around Paducah or somewhere out there, and that lid behind that came open. So we had planted chickens all over the house. We had to stop beside the road and round up the chickens.
Like good old days, wasn't it?
Oh,
We needed to get somebody that was riding the highway to tell this story about us.
we got out to Florida and wheelbarrow went out on the trailer. So we had to spend lots of time there getting that fixed. It was already dark. We had a little cow on there. Yeah, we had a cow in the back of the trailer.
A pig too, didn't you?
And a pig. And there wasn't any
cat too, wasn't it?
Yeah, calf. And you know, that habits of cows. By the time we got out there, things were kind of in a mess back there. We were probably living where we were.
Did you guys know Inez is here? Okay.
Carl, what's your favorite memory or
Childhood memories, that what you?
childhood memory or important event?
Well, maybe I know a short one. That's what took me to town when young, just me. Left everybody else home. And we was there a little longer than Deputy, I guess. We got in, we were talking about food, and he asked me if I lived a hamburger. I knew it was, I never heard of a hamburger. I knew it was food, and so I said, yeah, I want one. And I remember the price of it. I said, I can add something to that. It took Earl to town to buy him a cow.
Yes.
So at the same time? It's that time, yeah. You were the only one that went to town with him. He's going to buy you a new cow. You had an old one, didn't work. And you were at the town, that old one to town. And Papa told this, so how come I know about it? That they went in the store and they tried on different cows, see if they fit. And they couldn't find one to fit, so his old cow was laying there on the counter, so Papa picked it up and put it on his head, and Earl said, that just fits. And Papa said, well, this was one we'll keep. Earl came all the way back home, not knowing that. So when he got there, I said, Earl, where's your new cow? He said, it's on my head. Well, I just knew, I guess.
I guess probably the most memorable, not an event, but a combination of events, is when we were running that little service station out there in Penwell, Papa and me. Didn't make any money, but had a lot of fun. And we spent a lot of time together. I don't remember how long we were out there. It was before I went to college. Right after I left college, that's when he sold it. But, I guess we put beans on the table, though, a year and a half, 2 years, something.
Wellman, you've been awful quiet. Now's your chance.
Well, I have trouble talking.
Okay.
I guess about the most enjoyable remembrance was working out on the farm all day long. Most enjoyable time was quitting time. So we go home and eat.
What you see?
I'm not saying something else. I don't know.
remember Papa used to have those two toolboxes. Y'all know anything about that?
Yeah, I remember
They
those.
moved them to our house and had an old tire pump in there and the all the right racing bit. And someone stole that old box and took that tire pump away from there. And I wouldn't take it for nothing. Take nothing for that. Yeah, I don't think I know who got it, but I won't go into it. But I'm sure it hurt. They take that tire pump. Papa used to use it a lot for no tires.
Okay, Luther, tell us about when the wind blew your shoes off.
That wasn't me, that Earl.
That's me. They told me it's me.
Earl.
Nobody remembers it.
We was pulling bowls out there, living in the tent. And it was getting kind of cool. It was late in the year. And Papa made the little kids, Aline and Earl and women, the one that didn't have to work in the field, told them to be sure to keep their shoes on. Earl pulled his off. And Papa asked him about how come you got your shoes off. He said the wind blew them off.
All right, what was the one thing that held you all together? What was the one thing that held you all together?
We wasn't allowed to go anywhere.
I think it's the love. The love we had in the family, I think, kept us together.
Well, after our mama died, we was out there on the farm, and Papa had to do the work at the farm, and that left all of us kids at the house by ourselves. So I guess maybe that's the reason we got so close, because we'd play with each other. It wasn't always playing, we'd get tips once in a while. We'd play Annie over, kick the can, hide and seek. Whatever else we could think of to play.
Baseball with a flat board for a bat.
Yeah, we'd all of our toys. Run races. I remember one time Joe challenged me. Where's he, Joe? Was he? He would run down to the windmill and back by the time I ran around the house. Now, that was a disadvantage to him. So we got ready and we took off. He headed down to the windmill and I ran around back to the house and stopped and waited a while. So I thought it would be about time for him to get back. So then here I went running around the house just as hard as I could run. He thought he beat me.
Well,
I heard Papa say that during the Depression, of course this is before my day, that a lot of big families like ours, the orphanages would take the children, and he said there were more than one orphanage that offered to take the kids after he was widow.
Orphanage.
And he said I was determined to keep the family together. And if you've watched some of the news lately, these people are now trying to find their siblings. I've seen it on the TV programs and different things. And I've just been so thankful that Papa was determined. Mother said the kids were very pale when she first saw all the kids. And I know she made over some of her own dresses for the girls. She worked them over so they'd have more clothes. But I think it was the love and the humor and the faith in God. Those three things, I think, kept this together.
Aunt Bertha offered to take Grady. He was just a baby. She offered to take him, keep him. Papa wouldn't let him go.
And Mother said, too, when she first married Papa, they would go outside so they could talk and get away from the kids, talk, and they would pray together out there in the shinnery or whatever the bushes were called. But she said the 8 kids would get a hold of a piece of comic strip and sit there and laugh. She'd never seen kids have so much fun together over a little comic strip or something. And she noticed that right away.
Yeah, our neighbors kept Sunday Funny Paper to give to us. And we enjoyed those so much. Every Monday we went down and got the Funny Paper. It was before we started television.
I remember when we got our first radio.
Yeah. Looked like 2 eyes.
Yeah, you have to tie the wires together on the side and get the flow. That way you turn it on.
We listened to
Lemonade.
Yeah.
We're all the Mr. Grand Ole Opry. If he could.
It wasn't too static.
Mom and all been working. I see them to listen to
Grand
Back
Ole Opry.
them days, it gets static.
That was jazz for her.
Oh, yeah.
Papa loved to let you run out there.
And there was another one we listened to, what, that, Amos Nandy?
Amos Nandy.
Yes.
I'm sure that's for on TV when they was not sure.
Still always felt if he could have seen TV, he would have loved Grandpa McCoy. He would have gotten a real kick out of Grandpa McCoy.
Even when I was a teenager, he listened to Grand Ole Opry on Saturday night. I could still
Amos and Andy.
love those on the radio.
Now? Yeah. Looking for water.
You know, I was just talking about he got hamburgers. He took me and bought me hamburgers.
He'd great, but I never got mine.
I never know either.
Well, I think he's going to Piscataway, I think. I'm not sure. But we went over there and there was an old streetcar, wasn't it? Did you think that across the gym? Wow, streetcar. They didn't arrest it. Cross street from the gym or somewhere. You remember that?
Where?
Jealous. Well, I remember going in there and eat.
I remember the little parade, but I don't remember being a streetcar.
Well, what it was, 2 hamburgers and 2 orange soda. He laid 20 cents down on the clock. That was a hamburger, too. It was one that he had his out of his hand. Look,
You could get one of those big hamburgers for a nickel.
yeah, that's what he did.
Well, was it true that Earl would hug the oatmeal box every time folks came back and said,
Yeah.
That was some time.
that's what they told about him. He'd grab them and hug the box. He loved them.
He still does.
How's that you got the first
When I
car?
was 4
Go ahead. Yeah.
You know, they had those coupons, we could get like 17 cents for park or something, and they let us get them, and Papa says, I'm guessing they put something in there that's gonna make you crave that, so that you buy some more.
What he said that about?
Oh,
Well, he's probably right.
Burn your nose, you drink it. Well, it wasn't really cold, but as cold as we could get them with cold water.
When I first started school, when I first went to store, give me a nickel to buy a hamburger for lunch. And if I had a dime, I'd go get a bar of candy with it. So that was pretty good.
that's better than what the rest of us got, we had to take biscuits.
I remember when I was going to school in that incinerator, just started. I'd take my lunch in a little lard bucket, small. And Mama made some cherry pie one time. And I took a slice of that cherry pie and my lunch bucket was right on top. It wasn't wrapped up or anything, right on top. And when I was opening the lid, out on the yard, opened it, and it came open and that pie flopped down. I haven't got over that yet.
I remember one year we took a jar of black-eyed peas and cotton patch for Thanksgiving. But we popped the lid and chipped that glass. We was afraid to eat those peas, but that glass of
When we were at Brownsville, I was about 13, and we had these 2 real eccentric men in our church. They were father and son. Neither one of them were married, but they lived on a farm, and they had the thickest cream milk with the cream that high on the quart jar. They'd bring it on Sunday morning to the parsonage, and the jar was just filthy with their fingerprints and dirt. It just killed Papa. We'd pour it out to the dog. It just killed him. We wanted to drink that so much.
Another thing I remember down there at the community center, Mama made homemade bread. And that was the best bread in the community. Now, when we were eating lunch, well, my playmates wanted a bite of my bread. I told Mom about that. She had put in extra bread in my lunchbox, whatever I think it is, just for me to pass it out to my friends. She would do that. One time she made muffins and I had a muffin. And the kids saw me eating a muffin, and I gave somebody a bite of one, and a girl wanted to buy it. Her name is Jessie Honeycutt. And she went on so much about how good that was. I told them all about that. The next time she made muffins, she made extra.
Once in Hazel, they used to make cookies for us to take to school for lunch. Theo McKeever liked those cookies. Oh, he thought they were the best cookies in the country. He said, "Come here, Earl." I went over and said, "Could you slip in there and get us about 3 cookies each?" I did. Got 6 cookies out of the cookies jar.
You know, when I was little, my mother made me wear these long stockings. We call them tights now, or leotards, but they were just long stockings in those days. I had some white ones for Sunday, but I had some brown ones for during the week. Well, Joe kept calling them black stockings. It upset me so much. He teased me, "You got on black stockings." I couldn't stand it. He knew that, so he just constantly, razzed me over my black stockings.
Denver City. Mom and Pop are gone somewhere. I don't know. Maybe that's when Grandma Walden died or something.
Mother went by herself on the bus.
Is that right? Well, they were gone somewhere, and we was home, and an old milk cow come fresh. And
There's Charles.
There's Charles. They're making that questions from the old days.
Why are you so late getting here, Charles?
What you say?
Why are you so late getting here,
I
Charles?
couldn't make a flight. I showed real estate this morning.
In August of 1937, right in the summer, when there was lots of work to do, we had lots of work doing. We got up that day and got the cow milked, and then Papa said, "Now, we're not going to go to the field today. So you guys go on somewhere. Stay away from the house. Yeah, just stay away from the house a while. And go up to the irrigation well or go up somewhere. Just stay away." But we went down to Barrett's, and he was cutting feed, and we started shocking feed for him. We didn't have to, but we did. And Mrs. Barrett was down at our house. I don't know why. I didn't know.
She was a busybody.
But later, she came back down to her house, and she said, "Y'all can go to the house now. You have a new little brother."
Why did the family move so much?
You better pass that one up.
You get 10 different reasons, probably.
No, Grandma always glad when she got to move somewhere. Grandma going,
New adventure.
yeah, even just for 13 miles, she knew.
They had itchy feet. They couldn't stay put one very long.
Grass is always greener over the hill.
Yeah. Looking back, I think the worst move that we made is when we left the Dorset.
I think the second worst place is that when we left in the
Talk about church when you were a kid, a young parent, and now. Talk about church when you were a kid, a young parent, and now.
You know, I've said different times when I was teaching Sunday school with young couples that what was preached in the church by both her parents was lived in the home. There was no inconsistency that I ever saw, ever. And so it was continual, you know. It was just all consistency. And I think that's why we're all Christians today. It was also the family altar every night except church night. Mother and Papa would take turns reading a chapter, and we would all kneel, and one of them would pray. That was every night except church night. And I think that was also what held our family together.
I don't guess it's anything. One of the institution, or institutions, would not a good word, but has gone through a change so much as the church that we knew, and what the church is with. There's nothing like it.
World War II was talking today. baby boomers' children. They're not like the old people.
No, they think for themselves.
Yeah.
Every church didn't.
And they won't go along with anything they consider old fogey or out of date. So you won't have anything to do with that.
Maybe change is good. Unless that's all bad.
Some say it is, some say it isn't, but
It's inevitable, probably.
I guess it is real good.
Well, you know, when the papa passed on, I was 15, and that was a very hard age for me to lose a father. You know, they say it's opposite sex parent that you more you get your sense of security from, often. And but I later realized that it's kind of like the church was there for me, whereas no longer Papa was, but the church was there, which believed like he did, and so I really was not floundering. And it's so important to link our kids to something that's going to outlast us, and that is the church.
What is one of the biggest differences between the family reunion now and 20 years ago?
I can tell you. 20 years ago, we used to play ball, and now we sit around and talk about our grandkids.
well, what's different than me, all the rest of you got so old.
There were so few of us we could meet in the homes. Now we have to have hotels. Baltimore, yeah, live them.
And the kids look so much older. I remember Doyle is this high and Jay was this high. I mean, that's the way you are in my mind. And then I look at you now and think, what's wrong? You know?
Without spending very much money now, it takes an off.
There's one of them things you got.
A whole lot. You getting tired?
You'll be here all night.
All right, motion we adjourn.
I second.
We need something to drink.
You want to take a quick break? Or you want to?
Go ahead and get through with them.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll see if I run through some that, we are all an affectionate family. Were you as kids affectionate toward each other?
No, we weren't. I remember hugging Grady one time. I stood on a chair and hugged him because we were going to make a trip, and I was so excited to get to go somewhere. But he's the only one I ever remember ever hugging in the whole time I grew up. We didn't hug or anything.
I never got a hug, and even when I married, Papa kept to see me, I shook hands.
What games did you play as kids?
Kick the can.
Marble.
Jack.
Any over?
Red line, run through, and Annie over, and
Kick the can.
kick the can.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, hide and seek. Biggie wants a signal.
Yeah.
Arthur said we made with ourselves.
Pig.
Old maid cards. I played old maid. Old maid cards.
They talk about the stick for that. I remember taking the handle out of the rubbing hose used for that.
What is or are some family traditions that you never want to be forgotten? What significance do these traditions hold for the family?
Well, the one I remember that I've always maintained, every Christmas Eve, when we open the Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve night, folks read the Christmas story out of the Bible first. Every Christmas I've ever had, that's been the tradition in my entire life.
My stepmother's homemade noodles.
Grady, this one's directed at you. Were you jealous when Charles and Cora Jane came along?
Well, I said I never did want to go to Goforth anymore because I got Goforth that brother. No, I wasn't jealous.
I don't remember any of us ever being jealous of each other. I can never remember that.
This is not my question. Are we really related to Booker T. Washington?
Probably we are.
Did you do that?
I don't think so.
For the ones that are not in the Joplin clan, you're not a Joplin descent, you're not. But there were 3 Joplins that came over here to the old country. And one, the brothers parted after they got here, and one of them went down south and had a plantation. And he hired this woman that just cooked. And strange things happened, you know. And it did. When the baby was born, it was half white and half black. But he named himself after he got old enough to understand. Just that his daddy or mother didn't name him. He named his dad himself. Booker T. Washington. Califario, Washington.
That was a Joplin.
That was a Joplin.
Is it true that brothers and sisters used to skinny dip in the Darcy place?
We didn't have any water out there.
Wasn't any water. We hardly had enough to take a bath.
Arch tank.
We did after we moved to Florida.
Oh.
We always skinny dipping out there.
Yeah.
Not the brothers and sisters, just the brothers. I remember Young's place, the boys slid down a pipe down there. They wet the pipe and then wet the, you know what? They slid down that pipe. That was in the dark though.
I didn't know that.
I was in the dark. I heard you laughing that night. I wanted to know what was going on the next morning.
How did your dad tell the boys how to approach girls about getting a date? And how were the girls given a talk about dating boys?
Well, they chased Grady and Joe. They didn't have to try.
I just come natural like
I don't remember him ever telling me anything.
No, it was never discussed.
In the old days, it was not talked about.
He just discouraged us girls from having dates.
Did Florence and Hazel boss the other kids around?
Yeah.
They were married when I was born. I don't know. But everybody else bossed me. Everybody.
No, Florence and Hazel were never bossy. They really tried to be.
No, I think we kind of understood and accepted our own responsibility without having to be lost.
Did your parents have to discipline you, and how did they do that?
Razor straps.
I wouldn't them.
2 before.
Cotton stalks.
But his hurt so bad, he only had to paddle me once. It hurt so bad. I was real tiny. Didn't even know what I'd done.
Well,
But I never forgot
You
his.
never went to the cotton patch.
Well,
That's where we got it if we didn't work. in
well,
the
I
cotton
got
patch.
the one paddling from Papa. I think I didn't do what he told me to do or something. But Mother was forever using the switch on me. Also, I had to go pick my own switch off the tree, and then she'd pray with me, and then she'd spank me.
Grady, you don't know anything about cotton patch.
When we were at Florida,
That's not very much.
it was enough. It was enough.
Down to the last one, and I don't know. It's up to you. Why was the chicken in the bread pan, and why was it picking out the dough?
Chicken in the bread pan, kicking out dough. Chicken out dough.
I think I can
That's,
answer that. That's my answer to it.
to rock and roll has come into existence.
That's a dance step.
Yeah.
That's a dance step?
Yeah, it's,
Chicken dance.
Yeah. That was a start.
Well, they used to call it a square dance, didn't they? Yeah, square dance. Well,
skip them a little, my darling. Skip, skip,
It's flies in the
skip them a
bud now.
little, skip.
I remember that one. That part I remember.
Fly in the sugar bowl, kicking up the lid, fly in the sugar bowl, kicking up the lid.
Never heard that one.
Skip to Lou, my darling.
We were danced, I remember stood the junior reel in the kitchen. Sure remember that? One of the first 6 of us, we get in the kitchen and do the junior reel. Yeah, so we tried it ourselves, and we tried to look at the table, and it had several slats in it, and nothing to hold it. And I picked up my part, we turned the lamp over, and I sat there and danced anymore.
Well, I square danced in the 5th grade, but I didn't tell Mother till the end of the season. Because I was one of the trainers for other classes. I was loving it. So I didn't report what I was doing. It was about over.
She could have gone and had a talk with the school people.
But she told me I better get out of it, but it was ended. It was already, so I didn't tell. I wasn't like Earl, I was honoring.
Since Charles is here, what's your most favorite moment or your most favorite memory?
I think my earliest memory was with Willem when he worked at the grocery store, and they're in Denver City, and I'd come in there, he'd roll nickels down between the groceries. That was one of my earliest fondest memories. What's that?
Are you my candy with?
Yeah, I can't do it. Stuff.
Okay, that's it.
Always met Pam.